This lecture begins the series of lectures on the problems of political parties in Pakistan. It begins with the Pakistani version of a political party. General Ayub Khan bestowed his own constitution on the nation in 1962 and funded his own political party. But his party was dissolved on July 5, 1977, when the Third Martial Law was imposed. Next is the political parties and mass contact. The development of a political party is related to the development of a society. The uneven political development in rural and urban areas are what affected the growth of parties in the colonial period. Political parties remained urban-based, with limited contacts with rural population. In the absence of regular elections, there was no pressure on the city-based political parties to reach the 70% rural population. Hence, it was not integrated in the political process. Moving on to the problems of political parties. The problems include lack of democracy within the party structure, desire to obtain power, and failure to accept alternative leadership, and corruption and lack of transparency in political system. Let's discuss these in detail. Lack of inner democracy. All major political parties are accused of democratic malpractices. Their leaders appoint themselves as lifelong chairpersons, and their heirs are groomed to take over their father's mantle. The positions in the party are distributed at a price to the favorites. With a few exceptions, political parties in Pakistan have never held elections within their ranks. The heads of major political parties are nominated by their so-called working committees or central boards. Next is the lack of building up leaders. Lack of building up leaders is another big issue. The leaders of the two mainstream parties never encourage the growth of alternative leadership in their parties. The parties in Pakistan do not build politicians from workers to leaders, or from low-ranking to high-ranking public activists. Hence, the party workers seem to be in no mood to make sacrifices for their leadership. The third is the corruption and lack of transparency in the political system. The political leaders focus on personal or vested interests instead of national interests. After the October 1999 military coup, many analysts describe the two major political parties of Pakistan as corrupt, incompetent, unpopular, and highly damaging to the welfare of the people in Pakistan. The funding of political parties in Pakistan remain an unanswered question. Next is the manifestos of political parties. Electoral manifestos play a crucial role in the visions of the party, democracy, and the political science analysis of the party's competition. Every party has its manifestos issued at the time of election, but these manifestos hide many contradictions. They continuously try to claim all things to all the people. Manifestos tend to address a long list of problems. They avoid prioritizing them and giving their solutions. They promise an array of outputs, but they don't specify how the resources are to be used or generated. This discussion will continue in the next lecture.